What's up, everyone? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I had fun in Flying Cup, running this team of Emolga, Altaria, and Togekiss. Now, on paper, this team doesn't make much sense. It's triple weak to Aerodactyl, and the meta in general is just very hostile against Togekiss. There's a ton of teams that are just triple strong against it, like Aerodactyl, Stealing Scarm, and Emolga is a very common one, but the team still worked very well. If you exclude the losses I got because I accidentally queued up into the Open League and faced Florine and Fisk, I went 9-4 with this team, so pretty good. The way this team is supposed to work is that Emolga is your Skarmory answer in the lead. If I don't see a Skarmory in the lead, I want to switch into Altaria to hopefully lure it out. And once the Skarm is gone, Togekiss can sweep. That's the idea. It didn't really work out that way. So we're just gonna head into these battles and show you what all happened. Alright, first game, you had to have an Aerodactyl lead, which is quite bad for Emolga. Just gonna switch out. Again, I want to lure the Skarm, but they are not coming out with Skarm. So this isn't great. This matchup was actually not bad for Aerodactyl. Like, the team is triple weak against Aerodactyl, but all three still have play, so it's actually not that bad. Now we did bring out the Skarm. Honestly, I'm kind of sad I didn't throw the Sky Attack at the Aerodactyl, because I would have actually burned a shield there. Now these Sky Attacks are really gonna go nowhere, since they are just gonna no-shield these and have enough health left where... Well, actually, I can farm this down with a Emolga now, I guess. That is pretty nice. I'm gonna have to take a couple moves, though, and if they get to the Brave Bird, Emolga probably goes down. I don't think this is Brave Bird, though, so I no shield again. I mean, even if it was Brave Bird, I don't think I could have shielded, so I just let it go. I'm gonna instant switch Togekiss here to hopefully farm down the Aerodactyl. Those charms do a lot of damage. In comes Emolga. This team is triple strong against Togekiss. This is a very common squad as well, so Togekiss was having a rough time, but you know, when you get it on Altaria, it's quite nice. As you can see, though, even though Emolga beats Togekiss, these charms are doing so much damage, and I'm bringing it so low. Burn a shield there with the Asian power. Bring it into a range where my own Emolga can farm down here. And because of that, I now have 2 discharges stored, which I can fire back to back against the Aerodactyl, as long as that one rock throw didn't kill my Squirrel. It's a Squirrel, right? Flying Squirrel? I think so. Anyway. Bye-bye, Aerodactyl. That is a very close game to start off the video. Alright, Mandibuzz lead. This is where I would love to see Togekiss, so I'm glad they switched it out. I can get my Togekiss aligned to it later. The Aerodactyl switch is not ideal, though. I gotta discharge and then dip out. I've now brought this into a range where I can probably farm it down with Altaria. My Emolga is so low health, though, which isn't great. But I'm expecting Skarmory in the back, and at the health my Emolga is at, I should be able to deal with that just fine. It's not Skarmory, though. It actually ends up being an Altaria, which is just amazing, because my Togekiss is gonna have an absolute field day. We're just gonna charm down this whole freaking team. Now, Altaria does get to a Sky Attack here, which is the hardest hitting move at this point, so I will shield it up. Keep my Togekiss healthy for the Mandibuzz, which comes in now. I'm gonna bring in my my Emolga here, hoping to get to another move here, but I don't reach it, so at this point, let my Emolga go down 1-4, so I don't have any shields. Goes down, bring in Togekiss, and I should be able to just farm this all the way down before it gets to 3 aerial aces. Should be able to survive 2 cleanly here, as you can see. So this one they get to, it's not much of a threat anymore, and Altaria is also far away from a move, so I can just charm this down, but instead we're just gonna go for the flamethrower right here to do a good chunk of damage, and then we can farm down the alt. GG. A lot of teams, well, some teams just aren't prepared for Togekiss, and they are always great. Alright, Emolga lead is a very common lead I've been seeing. This is just extremely bait dependent. You gotta hit the Thunderbolt, or get like a discharge bait there. I actually called a bait, which is a very nice call by me, and they shield up my bait, which is good. So now I can shield this up and go for the Thunderbolt. If they shield, I'll just switch to Altaria, keep my Emolga alive for potential Skarmory. but they actually decide to switch out into their Aerodactyl. Fine with me. Discharge it, they let it go, which is so nice because my team doesn't deal too well with Aerodactyl, as we've seen before. In comes their Emolga again. I save that discharge for the end game. If there is a Skarmory in the back, I am gonna need that. Though, if there is a Skarmory in the back, I'm still gonna have a big issue since, well, I've Togekiss in the back. So, yeah, this might not be great. Take care of the Emolga before I can get to a move, and in comes the Skarmory. This is not looking too good, but luckily Altaria actually isn't that bad for his Skarmory. Dragon Breath is just a broken move, and Sky Attack is not bad either, and Altaria just has 6 stats, so look at this. I basically get it almost down right here. I'm actually going to shield this up because I want to burn a shield off of this Skarmory or bring it low enough to where I can charm down. If they shield here, I'll go into a Emolga and throw a move, but if they didn't, I would have gotten Togekiss and farmed down. So it would have been a GG either way. Since they shielded, go into Emolga, throw the discharge, and it is a good game. Togekiss, definitely MVP in this match. Alright, another Emolga mirror again comes down to baiting. This time, I'm actually going to go straight for the nuke. I don't expect them to Thunderbolt themselves, so I no shield, but it does end up being the big Thunderbolt, which is, well, not too good. I'm going to switch into Altaria here, hoping to farm down, but they switch into Aerodactyl. Honestly, I wish I switched into Togekiss here, since I'm expecting Skarmory in the back, and at this point, if it is that, I just straight up lose. Luckily, they shielded that. I guess that's kind of nice, because then, if I can get off a Flamethrower versus Skarm, I might be able to Thunderbolt it later as well. But yeah, I'm already quite low health. Well, not low health. I think I'm too low to get to the Flamethrower versus Skarm. It's not a Skarm though, it's a Mantine. So this is definitely not over. They throw the Ice Beam immediately at 5 bubbles. I will shield this up. And throw this move. This might be a mistake actually. I want to throw this move just in case I get to another one later. But I think that's a mistake. I switch here. Well, I would have had to catch either way. I try to make a catch there. I don't think the move throw really changed the game there, since I would have needed to catch this Ice Beam either way. But actually, wait. If I would not have thrown that move, they would have been forced to throw the Ice Beam right there. Now, because I did throw that move, they were able to overfarm by 1 bubble safely without having to fear dying of a charm. So throwing an Ancient Power made it harder for me to catch that move there. Yes. So that was a mistake. Anyway, we're just moving into the next match, where I accidentally go into Open Great League and face the worst thing possible for my team, a Shadow Walrein. Well, I guess Stunfisk is worse. I actually end up facing a Stunfisk later too. It's not a battle I've included in the video, since the moment I see the Galarian Stunfisk, I just top left the game. But this match, I'm actually trying. We catch this Icicle Spear on my Togekiss here. Does a ton of damage, but I do a ton of damage with these charms as well. And now I'm bringing in Altaria against the Walrein. They bring in the Deoxys, which is actually quite good for me. This is pretty nice. These don't run Rock Slide most of the time, so I'm safely no shielding that. And even if they had Rock Slide, I can't shield that, because the Walrein has an Icicle Spear and a half loaded. So there's no shot I'm shielding anything here. They Psycho Boost now. I just farm up as much energy as possible. Throw the Moonblast on the Deoxys. Should kill. I think a Sky Attack would have killed, so that's why I didn't throw it. In comes Sableye now. I go for the Moonblast, really hoping they let this go. But if they let this go, it's kind of a stupid move for my opponent, to be honest. But they do. And this gives me a chance. They bring in the Walrein, farm down my Altaria. Can I farm down the Walrein before they get to 2 moves? If I can, I might be able to farm down the Sableye too. I do farm it down. Can I now farm down the Sableye? I can't, and they get to the foul play. If I threw my discharge right there, I might have won the game. Look at that CP. It's 1 HP. I mean, HP. Look at the HP. It's 1 HP. Alright? If I throw my move, a shielded move does 1 HP of damage. Might have won that game, but I wasn't counting Shadow Claws. I wasn't too sure if they were actually there. I honestly thought I'd lost that game from the start, so yeah, getting that close was kind of a miracle. Alright, this is epic. This is exactly where you want your Togekiss, right? This switch in their Mandibuzz, you bring out Togekiss. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I can no shield everything. Everything and be fine. Get out the flamethrower on the Skarmory still. A lot of people just aren't expecting Togekiss, which makes it kind of fun. This is my own Togekiss was the only Togekiss I saw at all in 3 sets. So it's kind of spicy, which you don't really see in Flying Cup much. Usually it's just the same like 5 Pokemon. So that's why I had fun with this team. Because it's a little different. It's a little different than the other. Anyway, in comes Aerodactyl now. I discharge. Just gonna double discharge. Take both shields off of this Aerodactyl, and then I'll bring in Altaria. Should be able to just get to a Sky Attack now and kill it. Not before they get to a move though, but I can safely just use a shield at this point. Shoot up the Rock Slide. Get to the Sky Attack. And then I should have enough health to kill what's left in the back. The Sky Attack unfortunately doesn't knock out, but the Dragon Breath after will. Oh yeah, this is the Scar maturity quite low. We can easily Dragon Breath this down. GG. Alright, another Emolga mirror lead. Again, this is just straight up bait game. And I go for the discharge this time. My opponent decides to shoot it up. Really good for me. I decide to shoot it up as well. As you can see, I do a different play every single time. Honestly, there is no sense in what I'm doing. I got lucky there with a Thunderbolt refund, but you're gonna see in the end. Not really gonna matter. But this does allow me to just freely bring in my Togekiss and farm down this Altaria all the way. Moonblast does hurt quite a bit though. Togekiss is quite squishy, but this is alright. Now, if they have Skarmory in the back, which you kind of expect, I don't get as much farm. Same counts for Aerodactyl. Go for the Agent Power. Take a shield here. I have a discharge loaded on my Emolga, so I can just safely throw that here. So kill the Aerodactyl, and then I can sweep with my Emolga as well. Just Thunderbolt. This should take out the opposing Emolga, and that is another good game. All right, GG. When I first made this team, I actually ran this team last season when Flying Cup was around for a little bit. I ran it because I was seeing so many Altaria, and I was getting sick of it. That is why I started running Toad. Because there were so many Altaria, and it was just getting annoying. And this team worked so well. Because everyone was running Altaria safe switch in that period. Today, there weren't that many. As you saw just now, there are a couple Altaria safe switches, but not as much as there were like last season. So hopefully the meta shifts to that point again, where there are more Altaria safe switches, and this team will do even better. Because as I said at the beginning of the video, I went 9-4, and the meta today was pretty hostile towards Togekiss. So going 9-4 in pretty hostile meta, pretty nice. Pretty nice. If the meta shifts to being more Togekiss friendly, that'll be even better. God. Togekiss just charmed through that Zapdos like it was nothing. Bye, in comes Skarm. I get to the Agent Power again. So kill. Or take a shield. Either one is fine because I have a discharge loaded. So yeah, even if they have 2 moves here, it doesn't matter. I win CMP. I take out the Skarm. And that is another good match. Nice. Very, very common team as well. Skarm, double electric. Alright, this match is versus Jonkus, and we pick up an amazing, well, this is a pretty good lead, but Waterfalls do so much that it's actually not that amazing. Comes Aerodactyl, kind of an issue for my squad. Bring in my Altaria. Maybe I should have stayed in and discharged this thing. Also, I should have definitely, I should have 100% thrown my Sky Attack for their move. I think they're gonna shield this though, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Can't farm down. Honestly, this was one of my first matches I did with the team, and I was still under the impression that Altaria beat Aerodactyl. That's what I thought, but doesn't. So, next time Aerodactyl switches in, I will definitely throw a discharge before dipping. Alright, here I make a mistake. I throw a Thunderbolt, and then I dip the Togekiss. I should have thrown my discharge before. If I threw my discharge, Never mind. I was gonna say if I threw my discharge, I would have been able to charm this down before the sky attack, but no, yes. I can't shoot that sky attack because this Gyarados would get to the Aqua Tail anyway. So I can't shield it, but that causes me to get Waterfall down, and now I have an Aqua Tail loaded. I'm just gonna let it go because I know the game is over. GG, Jonkus team, pretty good. I think Jonkus just utilizes that high, fast move pressure with Waterfall, Rock Throw, and Dragon Breath, and it just works incredible in this meta, especially versus my squad, because Amolga just can't really deal with the high, fast move pressure. Alright, next team, another Aerodactyl lead. Incon's a Skarmory into my alt. Kind of going as planned, because I'm now hoping that Togekiss can sweep whatever is left. If it's an electric though, that could be a little difficult. I'm gonna go for another Sky attack here. Just want to get the Skarmory as low as possible. We already have it into the red. Altaria is just kind of broken, really. Throw a move. They farmed up a bunch though. If there are 2 moves, it could be kind of difficult because I don't really want to shield up my Molga, but luckily I'm able to farm this down. What do they have in the back? It is the Altaria. And at this point, Togekiss does what Togekiss does best and just charm everything down. This is exactly the teams I'm targeting. I'm trying to target with this squad. So that is a great way to end off the video. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe try out this team. It's a tiny bit more unique than the other Flying Cup teams, which I think makes it kinda fun. Anyway, thank y'all. See you next one. Good luck with your battle trainer.